January 19th, 2024. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. What are we going to talk about? Kansas City, Independence, Missouri. We're going to talk about crime, drugs, and the homeless. So let's just begin on about how many homicides there's been, which is not correct. There's been more than what they're showing right now. And why I know this, it was back on the 4th or the 5th here this month. They were talking about certain things that there hadn't been hardly, anything going on or anything. And there had already been a couple of homicides before these other three guys froze to death out in the snow, supposedly. And I believe there's been more than that. Now, the KC homicide trackers only showing 3 up to the 14th of this month, and I don't think that's correct. Maybe they just haven't, but it has to do with the areas. I mean, if we're bunched up from Independence to Lee Summit to Blue Springs to North Kansas City to Clay County, all the way on up there, and it's all connected here in Kansas City. It's still Kansas City, no matter how you want to look at it. But wanted to talk about these 3 guys real quick this morning, because when I opened my tablet up and I got online, first thing I seen this popped up, another news media was covering about these 3 gentlemen here that froze to death around this house and no foul play. Yeah, how could 3 guys that weighed about 250 pounds, all 3 of them just die outside and freeze to death? I mean, even the meth heads and the massive homeless out here, they're smart enough to get out. I mean, I can't imagine that. Something happened here, guys. Doesn't make sense. And I don't know. It sounds weird to me. They're supposedly waiting for the toxicology results to come back on these guys here. But, and then, they first said that they thought it could have been carbon monoxide. Well, carbon monoxide can kill you very quickly. And it has killed people over the years back, way back. But the thing of what I mean by that is there's reports where people actually walked into like their basement and actually was suffocated almost immediately. The level was that high. And some of the things that I've read that were way back, that's the reason I said that. But the thing of it is, you actually, they say you can't actually smell it. That's not the case. If you come in from, like when I worked out here at this apartment complex for 3 years at Quail Creek Apartment, we had furnaces that was leaking carbon monoxide left and right. You start to walk in, it's almost like a still, like air, kind of like if you're opening an old like suitcase or something, it's real pungent. So there is an indication when you walk into something like that. I mean, if 3 guys were halfway intelligent and they, it didn't smell right, or you would think that they would have had, but I don't think that's what this was. I think this was something else. I mean, did this relate back to drugs? I mean, if they weren't shot, if they weren't stabbed, surely, they would have knocked on somebody else's door. I mean, 3 grown men, that don't even make sense. I mean, that's crazy. And that's what they were talking about this morning on this other newscast here. I think it was a different state here that was talking about it. So, anyway, I just, I got thinking about this, and like I say, there was a black gentleman that had done a lot for the community here. There was a DJ that was 70 years old that somebody bludgeoned, and what I understood, hit him in the head or whatever. They always say, what the cops are, it's trauma. They've had trauma. Yeah, they've had trauma. Somebody hit them in the head, here in Kansas City. And then we've had this deal over here on this other side at this mall. Well, I mean, it don't matter. I mean, we're all connected here. Even in Kansas and Missouri, the thing of it is, it's so close. It's all intertwined. And everybody's trying to pass the buck, but, that shouldn't be. on that. I heard that how many got shot in that deal? I think it was like 4 or 5. One was even a small child, you know. And then there was a gentleman that said anyway they call Kansas City here the killer city. Well, that's just another great deal for Kansas City, isn't it, guys? Now it's not that way in all places. I mean, me and my son, we went to St. Louis, there in St. Charles. But we drove 25 miles into where the arch was too. And I mean, there's older areas, there's industrial areas. We didn't see any of that stuff like that. We didn't see homeless bumping around on the streets out there. Or like over here in Independence, carrying a gal carrying machete, makeshift machetes and stuff like that. I've posted all my videos. I've shown here what all the stuff that goes on here. Now, Independence is out there. They are trying, and just a night before last, we come back Wednesday night from up north. They had a gentleman stopped on 23rd Street. I hadn't got that posted. I'll see if it's still on the dash cam there down the line. I might post that, let you guys see it. They had them pulled in at a service station. But this stuff's still going on. And, I got them here on my street here. They watch. They sit like a block away, and they run these drugs. They're still running drugs up and down the street here. They're still, I can go back on my tapes and stuff, and in my SD cards. They go up the street. They got all their lights off. They're running. Some of them go up 90 miles an hour trying to pass this house. How much drugs is being passed here to be able to run these vehicles up and down, up and down, up and down? And a lot of them will run in threes. Next time they do this, either 2s or 3s together. And this is at 1, 2, 3 a.m. And they're still doing it, guys. Last night, I was up to about 2 a.m. They were still doing it here in Independence, Missouri, in Kansas City. I wanted to get that out there, and I guess this is just kind of weighed on my mind. I mean, they keep showing these photos of these guys. These guys weigh 200, look like they weighed 250, 300 pounds. These guys, something happened on this deal. I mean, that's just weird. And then, they said that there was nothing at that house. I mean, if there would have been like anything, basically, I mean, like say the furnace or something, they would have already been able to say, well, that's what the problem was, because they would already check that. Surely. I mean, surely that would have been the first thing I think I would have checked. I don't know, guys. Anyway, still got boomers going up the street. Just posted a video of a squatter truck booming. But some of those people are some of the problem. And they need to be looked at. They're wanting to cause chaos and stuff. There's a lot of people here wanting to cause chaos. Why is that? You hear about this community here, and you talk about these groups, talk about these church groups. There's some bad church groups. There's some good church groups, but there's bad church groups too. So, you need to look at that too. But it's funny. I mean, in a sense, because like I sit here and I watch for my security cams, and like I say, they'll run it back and forth, back and forth. And they'll sit in their cars for 3 hours at night with their headlights on running. I mean, there's another gentleman here you might want to check out too. I can't remember his video on here, but he did some in the hood here in Kansas City. It was about 3 months back. You guys might want to check it out too. If you just look that up, Kansas City's hood here, I'm sure it'll pop up for you guys. So anyway, just want to get another video out. I got more videos coming. I'm going to do several other kinds of videos. When the weather breaks, I'll be back out there getting some more videos for you on that. And I'm going to be doing some more metaphysics. And going to be talking about some more dating. Oh, I got some more things we can talk about on that too. Anyway, guys, keep your eyes open and stay safe out there.